Hello everyone, welcome you all to the investment management class. We are doing Unit 2, Risk and Return Problems. In the previous class, we have solved 3 problems of individual securities. In the same way, in this class also, we'll be solving 3 to 4 problems of individual securities. So start with, let's take a new paper, that is question paper. We'll be solving December 2017, Jan 2018, 14 scheme paper. So I'll write here December 2017, Jan 2018 paper. December 2017 and Jan 2018 paper. Question is section B, problem is 3. This is a 7 marks problem. So I've written there. Okay, so let's write the question. So we need returns and probability. So I'll read out the question for you all. Anup wants to purchase the stock of A company and B company. He estimates the return and probabilities. With the given details, find out the expected return of both the company shares. So you have to find out the expected returns. They have not asked risk, they have asked only expected returns. So for that, we need to write the data. Returns of A is given. It is 8, 10, 12, 13 and 14. It is all in percentages. Then probability they have given 0.15, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2 and 0.15. So this is the problem. So simple. They've asked us to calculate the expected return. As I've told you, whenever they give the probability, we can easily understand that this is a discrete series problem. Okay, so discrete series problem. So we have to calculate the expected return. To calculate the expected return, you have to multiply the return into probability. So multiply return into probability. 8 into 0.15, you get 1.2. 10 into 0.2, it is 2. 12 into 0.3, it is 3.6, I guess. 12 into 0.3, yeah, right, it is 3.6. 13 into 0.2, 13 into 0.2, you get 2.6. And last one, 14 into 0.15. So you get 2.1. So you need to add all these. So we'll add all these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 12, 12.5. Yeah, 11, 11.5. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Once we'll check, we'll do a cross check. Okay, 1.2 plus 2 plus 3.6 plus 2.6 plus 2.1. Yeah, 11.5 is the answer. Okay, in the same way, this is of A security we have done. Like this, we have to do it for security B. So, return of B and probability. So, let's see what is the return on probability. So, return is -2, 6, 10, 15 and 20. Okay, the probability is the same, 0.15, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.15. Okay, so here I'm going to calculate R bar. To calculate R bar, we have to just multiply. So 2 into, -2 into 0.15. So you get minus 0.3. 6 into 0.2, you get 1.2 10 into 0.3 is 3. 15 into 0.2 you get 3, and 20 into 0.15 you get 3. Okay, so what you need to do? 3, 6, 9, 10, 10.2, 10.2 minus 0.3, you get 9.9. This is R bar B. Okay, this is the answer. Here we have calculated written A and written B. For written A, we have done just multiplying, and this is R bar A and R bar B. So they have not asked for any decision. Find out the expected return of both the company shares. They have asked only so much. In case they ask for any decision as to which company need to be selected, A has got 11.5 return, B has got 9.9 return. So it is understood that you should select a security which has highest return. So we are going to select A. Let's go to another problem. Okay, another problem we'll take is December 2018 and Jan 2019 paper. This is also a very small problem. December and Jan 2019, December 2018 and Jan 2019, and problem is 2C. Problem is 2C. I'll just read out the problem for you. The probability distribution of the rate of return on Bharat stocks is given below. They have given state of economy like boom, normal and recession. Boom means where the prices keep on increasing. Recession means where the Sensex or stock prices come down. Okay, that is recession. So they have given the probability, they have given the rate of return. They have just said what is the standard deviation of the return. So let's write the probability. Probability is 0.3, 0.5 and 0.2, and they have given the return. Return is 16, 11 and 6. So this is the return which is given. So we'll take our calculator and we'll calculate R bar. They have asked us to do the standard deviation also. So we have to calculate the expected return, then we have to calculate the standard deviation. So expected return is 16 into 0.3 we have to do. 16 into 0.3 we get 4.8. Then 11 into 0.5 it is 5.5. Okay, 6 into 0.2 it is 1.2. So expected return for us plus 5.5 plus 4.8. So total expected return is 11.5, or our R bar is 11.5. Then next we have to calculate R minus R bar. R minus R bar we have to calculate. R is 16, R bar is 11.5. So 16 minus 11.5, it is 4.5. 11 minus 11.5, it is 0.5 minus, because 11 minus 11.5, so it is minus 0.5. 6 minus 0.5, it is minus 5.5. So we get our R minus R bar. Then we have to calculate R minus R bar square. We have to square this. For squaring of this, we'll do 4.5 into 4.5. You get is 20.25. Meanwhile, I'll also write the probability for that to avoid double calculation. Okay, P into R minus R bar square. So our R minus R bar square is 20.25 into our probability is 0.3. So I'll write 6.075. Okay. The next is 0.5. 0.5 into 0.5. 0.5 into 0.5, it is 25, I guess. 0.25. 0.25, this 0.25 into 0.5. So you get 125, 0.125. Then 5.5 into 5.5, you get 30.25. So 30.25 into your 0.2. 0.2 is your probability. So I get 6.05. Then we are going to summate it. Summate it is plus 0.125 plus 6.075. You get 12.12.5. 12.12.5. So this is sigma p into r minus r bar square. So for standard deviation, when we have to calculate, this is a discrete series problem. So sigma p r minus r bar square. This is the formula. The r square is already ready with us, which is 12.25. So root of what answer we have got? 3.5 is the standard deviation of the problem. So this fetches you 10 marks. Okay. This is one more problem. Let's move on to another problem. Okay, let's move on to another problem, which is okay, we'll solve a problem of June, July 2016, that is 14 scheme. Okay, yeah, I'll just write the question paper first. June, July 2016, section B, and problem number is 2. Okay, this is the problem. I'll read out the problem for you all once. The return on two securities X and Y are given below. Select the security according to the risk and return. It is quite simple. Simply said, you have to calculate two securities are given and you have to decide which security is good based on risk and return. Simple terms, you have to calculate risk and return. To calculate the risk and return, let's write down risk of X security. So risk of X security is 8, 5 and 2. Probability of the same security is 0.5, 0.3 and 0.2. Okay. So the same process which we have followed in the last problem, same we have to do, r minus r bar into p square into p, the same thing we have to do, and root we have to apply. So for that r bar we have to calculate. To calculate r bar, 8 into 0.5, it is 4, half of it. Okay. Then 5 into 0.3, it is 1.5, and 2 into 0.2, you get as 0.4. You need to add all these 4, 5, 5.9 plus r bar. Okay. Then in the same way, you have to do r minus r bar. As I said, 8 is r, then r bar. 8 minus 5.9, so it is 2.1. Then 5 minus 5.9, it is minus 0.9. Then 2 minus 5.9, it is minus 3.9. So this is r minus r bar. Then we are going to do r minus r bar square. Okay. While doing the square, it is 2.1 into 2.1, we get 4.41. This is answer. Okay. Into probability, we get 0.5. So we'll write P r minus r bar square, we get 2.205. Okay, and then we get 0.9 into 0.9, you get 0.81. Okay, 0.81 into the probability, which is 0.3, you get 0.243. Then you have 3.9 into 3.9, you get 15.21 into 0.4, the probability, which is 6.084. So we are going to summate it. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. I've done 15.21 into the probability is 0.2. Sorry, I have taken 0.4, I guess. Sorry. So it is 3.042. Okay, so let's add on 0.243 plus 2.205. So we get 5.49. 5.49. Now standard deviation formula, as I've said, P r minus r bar square. So here I'll write 5.49 root. So root of the answer is 2.34. 2.34. That's the answer. So they've said select the security according to risk and return. The return is also ready and risk is also ready. Now what you have to do, we have to put a tabular form where we put the risk and return in order to make the decision making. So I'll just tabulate here. Okay, so two securities they have given, X and Y. So I'll write X and I'll write Y. Okay, return I'll write here, that is R bar of X is this one 5.9. So I'll write 5.9 and standard deviation is 2.34. So 2.34. Once we calculate Y, we can get the answer for comparison. So we'll just try up whichever is not required. Okay, so let's write down the question of Y, where Y security, it is 1, 4 and 6. It's the same probability they have given. It is 1, 4 and 6. So 1.5, it is 0.5. 4 into 0.3, you get 1.2. 6 into 0.2, you get 1.2. Your answer is 0.5, 1.2, 1.2. So plus 1.2 plus 0.5, you get 2.9. 2.9 is your answer for the X securities X bar. Okay, then you have to do R minus R bar. So 1 minus 2.9 is minus 1.9. 4 minus 2.9 is 1.1. Yeah, 6 minus 2.9 is 3.9. Sorry, 3.9. 6, 9, 3.1. Sorry, 3.1. You get is 3.1. Okay, you've just multiplied and you've put. Then now you have to do multiplication and probability. So 1.9 into 1.9, you get 3.61 into your probability is 0.5, you get 1.805. Okay, so next is 1.1. 1.1 into 1.1, it is 1.21. 1.21 into probability is 0.3. So you get 0.363 you get. Okay. Then 3.1 into 3.1 you get 9.61. That is the answer. Into probability is 0.2. You get 1.922. So we are going to do the summation of this plus 0.363 plus 1.805. You get it as 4.09. Total answer you get. And for the same, we are going to do the root of this. So root of the answer we get 2.022. Okay, this is what we get, and to write the answers you get 2.9. okay, then your standard deviation you get is 0.02. So you can see the table, I guess. So here, once you finish writing, you make a comparison. See, x you have got is r bar is 5.9. Standard deviation, when you compare, x is higher in the written. In the same way, in standard deviation, when you see, risk is also high. But comparatively, the risk and return both are high. But risk is differing only with 0.32%, whereas return is differing from 3.9, 4.9 and 5.3%. So when you compare this, you have to select X security. Okay, when you prepare a table and do this comparative analysis, you have to select X security. Okay, so this is another problem which we have solved. To the same problem, let's take another numericals, same type of problem. Let's take another numericals and do it. Okay. We'll take another question. Similar type of question we'll take. Okay. So June, July 2016. June, July 2016. 3B. Okay, 3B. I'll read out the question for you all. The returns on the securities A and B are given below. Probability is given, A is given, B is given. Choose your security based on risk and return. So you have to select the security based on risk and return. For that, we have to write the answers. To do the answers, let's write down the problem first. So first I'll write the probability. Probability is 0.5, 0.4 and 0.1. Let's write return of A security. A security is 4, 2 and 0. Okay, so we have written the details. Now let's start calculating the answer. Okay, so here we have to do R bar. R bar, half of this is 2. 0.4 of 2 is 0.8, and anything with 0, it is 0. So your R bar is 2.8. So 2.8 is your return. So then you are going to do R minus R bar. R is 4, R bar is 2.8. So you get 1.2. Okay, 1.2. Then 2 minus 2.8, it is 0.8. It is minus 0.8. So 0 minus 2.8, it is minus 2.8. So then you have to square it. So square it, and also you have to write it along with the probability. We are going to do it both together. Okay, so 1.2 into 1.2, you get 1.44 into probability of 0.5, you get 0.72. Okay, that's the problem. And then you get 0.8 into 0.8, you get 0.64 into probability of 0.4, you get 0.256. Okay, then 2.8 into 2.8, you get 7.84 into probability of 0.1. So you get 0.784. So for this we are going to do the sigma, that is 0.72 plus 0.256 plus 0.72. So you get is 0.72 plus 0.256 plus 0.784. You get as 1.76. 1.76. So standard deviation is root of sigma p r minus r bar square, whereas 1.76 root you have to do. When you do the root of this answer, you get 1.32. You can keep it 3 because 3 to 6 is there. So, or else you can write 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Okay, so we'll prepare a table here to write. So, return and standard deviation. This is of A security and this is of B security. Return is of A is 2.8 and standard deviation it is 1.327. Okay, so this is the answer for the first one. In the same way, we have to do it for B security also. So, whichever is not required, only we'll erase that. Okay, in the same way, do it for security B. Security B, it is 033. So, 033 for 0, it is 0, 4 into 3 into 0.4, it is 1.2, and 3 into 0.1, it is 0.3. So, 1.5 is the R bar. So, we can directly write here 1.5 is the R bar. Okay. Then, in the same way, we will do R minus R bar. So, R is 0 minus 1.5, it is minus 1.5. 3 minus 1.5, 1.5. 3 minus 1.5, it is 1.5. So, if you do it for 1, it is more than enough. 1.5 into 1.5, it is 2.25, 2.25, 2.25 because all are 1.5. Okay. Into probability is 0.5 for the first one. This differs. This you should be careful with. So, 1.125. Okay. So, 2.25 into 0.4. So, it is 0.9 and then 2.25 into 0.1. It is 0.225. Let's add all of them plus 1.125. Let's add, you get 2.25. 2.25 you get. Once you get 2.25, add it to the root, press root and answer, you get 1.5. So, your risk of security B is 1.5. So, here you can see security A, the return is higher. Security B, the risk is higher, whereas in security B, the risk is less and return is also less. By comparing this, you can select security A. Even if you all want, you can do CV. Whichever has got higher CV, it is more consistent. Whichever has got lesser CV, it is not that consistent. So, based on that also you can make the decision. CV calculation, if I have to tell you, let's do one problem of CV calculation. Okay. So, CV calculation for, this is for B security. Before that, we will make security A calculation. Say CV for security A calculation formula is mean divided by standard deviation. Standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Okay. Standard deviation divided by R bar into 100. So, the previous problem, standard deviation is 1.327. So, I will write here 1.327 divided by R bar is 2.8 into 100. So, your answer is 1.327 divided by 2.8 into 100. So, you get 47.39. Okay, you get 47.39. In the same way, if you have to do standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So here the standard deviation is 1.5 divided by mean is also 1.5 and 100. So your answer is 100. Okay, so I'll write the CV here. CV of A security, it is 47.39, and of B security, it is 100. So when you see B security, it is 100. So here risk is less, but return is also less. Here A security, return is high, risk is also less. So by this you are comparing, and you can say that you can select security A, because when compared to both, return is high in A security, and when you compare the risk also, risk is less in A security. So you have to select A security. Okay, so comparing problems, and if you feel confusion, if any one of the security A is better and one of the security B is better, then what you can do is, when you take the comparison, you can select any security which is having, based on the CV value, you can select. So this is related to individual securities, that is discrete problem. In individual securities, you have individual securities, you have individual series problem and also discrete series problem. So discrete series problem we have explained. Now for today's class, we'll take one last problem, which is of individual series, a kind of, it is of individual problem, individual security, but discrete series, but in a different concept. So let's discuss that problem, and that problem is there in December 2014, January 2015, where the initial calculations which we have done of return, that is going to help us here to calculate. Okay, so here December 2014 and Jan 2015. Okay, problem is 2C. 2C is the problem. I'll just read out the problem for you all. A stock costing rupees 120 pays no dividend. Okay, a stock which is costing 120 pays no dividend. Okay, the possible prices that the stock might sell. Okay, the possible prices the stock might sell is at the end of the year with respective probabilities are as follows. So if they have given the prices, they have given the probability, calculate the expected return and calculate the standard deviation. So they have asked two, one is the expected return and another one is the standard deviation. So we'll write the problem. First, price they have given is, so 115. Okay, they have given 115, then 120, 125, 130, 135 and 140. So they have given the this is the price. I'll write price fully, and they have given the probability. So 0.1, 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3, 0.2 again and 0.1. Okay, this is the problem. So let's discuss about the problem. Here one thing you have understood, they have not given the return. What have they given? They have given the prices. So when they give the prices, we have to calculate return. To calculate return, you know the formula. I'll just write at the end here. To calculate the return, the formula is dividend plus capital gain divided by investment into 100. Okay, so this is the formula which is being given. So when they say dividend and capital gain, so I'll put dividend column. Dividend column is nil. Reason, they have only said there is no dividend being paid. Then we'll go to capital gain. So when we calculate the capital gain, we always compare the current prices with the previous one. So when you compare the current prices with the previous one, so 120 minus 115, 115 becomes the base year. You don't get any value because there is no prior value to it. So 120 minus 115, 5, 125 minus 120, 5, 130 minus 125, 5, 135 minus 135, 140 minus 135, it is 5. When you get all these 5s, you have to calculate total gain, which includes dividend plus capital gain, which is nothing but the same answer as your capital gain because you don't have dividend. Then for the division, we need investment. To calculate investment, the closing price of the previous year becomes the investment for the current year. So whatever first year it is nil, previous year's price we are going to write as the base price. Okay, previous year's price we are going to write it as the base price. Once we get the base price, we are going to apply this formula where we calculate the return plus dividend plus capital gain divided by investment into 100. So all the information is ready with us. Let's begin. So here, so first year is nil. Second year, what is the dividend plus capital gain? That is total gain is 5 divided by investment is 115 into 100. So let's look into the calculation part. 5 divided by 115 into 100. So you get 4.35. 4.35. In the same way, you have to do it for the rest of the prices. One more I'll show. 5 divided by 120 into 100. So 5 divided by 120 into 100. You get 4.17. Okay, like this, let's do others. 5 divided by 125 into 100, you get 5 divided by 125, sorry, I'm multiplying 5 divided by 125 into 100, you get 4, 5 divided by 130 into 100, you get 3.846. Then you get this 5 divided by 135 into 100. You get 3.70. Okay, 3.70. Let's take all the digits for return. This is the return you have to take. Okay, so here I'll just erase this part and write the return for us, which is 4.35, 4.17, 4, everywhere it is 2 digits, so I'll hold it up to 85, 3.70. So this we have considered, and the regular problem we are going to do now. So which is our regular problem? Regular problem of R minus R bar. So we are going to calculate R bar for this. Okay, to calculate R bar, 4.35 into 0.1, you get 0.435, then you get 4.17 into 0.1, you get 0.417, okay, then you get 4 into 0.2, you get 0.8, 3.85 into 0.2, you get 0.77, Oh, the first is the base here. Okay, so there is some calculation changes. 1 minute. First is the base here. We have to consider this is 0.1, 2, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, for the from the second year we have considered. From the second year we have considered the probabilities. Okay, from the second year. So first one is right. From the second one we have to do 4.17 into 0.2. You get us 0.834. Then 4 into 0.3 you get 1.2. Then 3.85 into 0.2 you get 0.77. Then last one 3.7 into 0.1 you get 0.37. Okay, this is the answer you get. Then you have to do R minus R bar to calculate that. You have to get the R bar first. Okay, 0.435 plus 0.834 plus 1.2 plus 0.77 plus 0.37. So answer is 3.609. 3.609. Okay, so you have to do R bar, R minus R bar square and PD square. Let's quickly do that in a stretch. So R is this 4.35 minus 3.609. So you get 0.741. Only for 1 I'll do. Okay. Then remaining you can do it, I guess. It's an homework. 0.741 into 0.741. So you get 0.549. Okay. Then you have to do P into R minus R bar square. That is into probability is 0.1. So you get 0.05. I'll take 0.0549. Okay. So to continue with, let's quickly finish it off. No homework. Okay. So 4.17 minus 3.609. You get 0.561 into 0.561. We get 0.314, or you can take 315, okay, into 0.2. So you get 0.0629. In the same way, 4 minus 3.609, you get 0.391 into 0.391. You get 0.1529 will make 1529 or 288 it is there, so I'll take that 29. So 0.1529 into 0.3. So I'll put 0.0458. Okay, 8, 7 is there, so I'll take 8, 9. Okay, I'll take that. So next is 3.85 minus 3.609. You get 0.241 into 0.241. You get 0.0580. Okay, so you get 0.0580 into 0.2. You get 0.0116. Okay, last one 3.70 minus 3.609. You get 0.091 into 0.091. You get 0.008. 0.008. So right, 0091 00. 3 will get, sorry, 3 will get. Okay, so 0.003 we get into 0.1, we get 0.0003. So let's summate it. 0.0549 plus 0.0629 plus 0.0459 plus 0.0116 plus 0.0003. You get 0.175, 0.1756. For this, I'll write here only standard deviation root we have to do, root of the answer. So you get 0.1756, root of the answer is 0.419. 0.419, or you can keep this as 41.9%. Okay, so this is the problem where return is not given directly, individual series return is given, and you have to calculate the return and then do the rest of the calculation using the market price. Okay, this is that's it for today's class. In the next class, we'll come up with portfolio problems. Probably Nagesh sir will start the portfolio problems. After that, we'll continue with the more number of securities, that is portfolio problems. Thank you.